Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Turtle Sage back again. Now we're here to talk about another episode of How to Food. And this episode, this is a lot different than what I have shown you thus far. Today we're talking about an intro to ground fighting. And in ground fighting, the first thing you need to know before you learn how to do things like arm bar or Americana or whatever all the little goofy names are, you need to learn to move on said surface. And to do that, you're usually going to be on your knees. You can see, like, okay, when I'm on my knees, this is called seiza. See, it's Japanese. You see this in arts like judo, kenjutsu, and of course the art I study, ninjutsu. And the historical ramifications, that result from this is that essentially in the king or lord's court, the daimyo or the shogun, you had to be seated no higher than the highest ranking person in the room. It was considered disrespectful to do that, and also they also thought that if you were standing up while they were sitting, that you might be, you weren't, serving or whatever, serving food. It's considered disrespectful. You think you might be trying to assassinate somebody. So this is why they sit like this. It says that. But also, when you are fighting on the ground, and like the samurai, for example, they fight on the ground. When they lost their sword, they would use unarmed combat, judo, jiu-jitsu, and all that. It's because they're wearing armor, so they have to grapple. Because striking against somebody who's armored is just ineffective. It's not going to work. So they have to resort to grappling. And what I'm going to show you now is how they generally get around when they're on the ground. So first, this exercise is commonly known as samurai walking. So I will demonstrate like so. Scoot back. So let's just say I start out in seiza. I come up like so, one knee up, one knee on the ground, and my toe is pointed towards my ankle, almost kind of an L shape. And to transverse, see, I'm on the ball of my foot, so I can push off, push back down, come up again, like so. So I'm back in seiza. Come around again, come up, down. This is an intro to moves like, let's just say I'm on the ground, I'm seated, and someone is trying to attack me while I'm seated in seiza. Or like say, if I'm seated on the ground, I come up, and that's a way to go into things like double leg takedowns, single leg takedowns, etc. Take someone off your feet. It's a way to move around and defend yourself while you're on the ground. So it's pretty simple. I'll show you one more time. Pay attention to my legs, like so. So I'm coming up. So I can push off of my back foot. Look at my back foot, like so. It's pointed at the ground, so I can push down, and I come back up. See my back foot. So that is samurai walking. That is intro to ground fighting. Now, take that information, practice it. It's also good for, opening up your joints, whether it be your ankles or your hip joints, in your groin, so that way you can basically function. There's flexibility in that too. All right, so take this information, practice hard, get stronger, be water, my friends. Turtle Sage signing out.